Okay, day four, March 2020, 30-day juice fast, and I took notes. I used to do that. I used to take notes about what was going on during the day so that I could recall it. And when I first got up, I wrote down that I had dreamed last night that I ate. I was at like some kind of a group and they were all eating, and I just ate, something. And I was thinking, oh, I feel so bad. I ate, and it was great because then when I woke up, I didn't eat, which is great. I like that. And I got up. I got a really long night's sleep last night, which is great, but I got up late. I looked at my calendar and I had to go to the tax person today. And I had the date in my head at the end of March. So, and I had planned on doing a lot of preparation, and well, I couldn't, because it was already late in the morning and I had to do whatever. I had to do some preparation at least, and I had some time. So what did I do? I got up, I had some juice that I had prepared. I had an entire gallon. I don't have a lot of containers for the juice, so I'm using like a gallon water bottle for juice, and I had a lot of juice. It wasn't a full gallon, but it's a lot of juice, and I still had some. So I had some juice. Oh, but what I had when I first woke up was I had no coffee in the house. I forgot to get coffee again tonight. Darn it. Oh, well, I'll deal with that tomorrow morning. Anyway, so I had no coffee, but I did have Oregon chai. It's not, doesn't have milk in it. It's just like a chai tea. It's sweetened though. And I needed some, something psychological with caffeine in it. So I had some hot tea with this little chai in it, and I drank that. And then let's see, I had to go to the tax person, or I had to get my taxes ready, and I really needed a cup of coffee, and I didn't have any coffee in the house, and so I just went down to the local gas station, which has really good coffee. And it's not just coffee, it also has this Raj's cup in it, which is like a grain and herb coffee substitute. And I mixed about 5 different types of coffee, and it was really good. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow morning. I got a jumbo. And so, I wasn't hungry. I didn't want to have juice. I just wanted coffee. So I drank that while I was getting my taxes ready. Went to my taxes, came home, and then I decided I needed to do a sauna because I've been doing a lot of cleansing, a lot of waste removal, a lot of waste removal, and that upset stomach yesterday, and I just felt like I really needed to kind of purge, with the heat. I do a whirlpool and just freshen, just like get all that stress that had been removed, whatever residue was, in my physiology. I just wanted to sauna it out, and sauna is cleansing. So I went to the pool and I did a nice, I don't do saunas for a real long time. I did about 10 minutes. It's about as much as I can stand. And I did a whirlpool, and I felt very good afterwards. And then I had scheduled to go for a walk and on the trail with my friend, and we had a real nice walk, and it was chilly out today, but I was dressed appropriately, and we walked around and had a nice time. And oh yes, before I went over to take my walk after I got back from the sauna, I thought I can get this good walk, and I was going to meditate afterwards without any extra juice. And then I thought, no, you need some tomato juice. You need to have something with you. So real quick, like a bunny, I just made tomato juice. I didn't even clean the juicer, just got it, spiced it up, walked out of the house. And that was really smart because then I had the juice with me. I had enough that, I just wasn't at all hungry. And then came home, had some more tomato juice, and let's see. And then, time went on, and I thought, you know what I should do? I have a bunch of oranges and some pineapple I need to juice. I should use my new fruit juicer, my new citrus juicer, juice up a bunch of oranges, fresh orange juice, and the rest of the pineapple, and have pineapple orange juice, which is so good. So You can see the glass in the background. I had like 2 tall glasses of that. So I'm totally good. I have some left. I have some tomato juice left. I have still some stuff in that gallon jug. And I have to clean my juicer before I go to bed. And I ate a lot of mints today. A lot of these Certs breath mints or whatever they are. And, well, I chomped down on them a lot. So that's not great, but that's what I did. And, I just felt kind of like in the zone. I watched a lot of the videos I had done last night, and it was very informative to me to realize, like, these were in the 22, 23 of the 30-day, and that how refined my perception was getting. Oh yes, my breath is a lot more refined today. A lot of the congestion is gone. I'm getting more air when I breathe, and but to realize that this is also somewhat of a refined physiology. Once you get the waste out of the system, and if I do continue to exercise, get enough rest, and it's like juicing is like a different fuel. It's like a refined fuel. Like there's like coarse fuel that you can use to fuel an engine, and then there's more refined fuel. And this is like very refined fuel. And I feel like my body is now like a hybrid. It's like, there's some hybrid cars. It's like I've been juicing so much that it's like I really feel like it's not only my body, but my psychology. As soon as I start, it's just like the switch flips, and now I'm on this other fuel, and it's great, and I feel very good, and I feel released, and I feel free, because I was a prisoner of my eating. Like before I stopped this, I was definitely a prisoner of my eating, and I couldn't stop on my own. I was also thinking about years ago, and we're talking over 20 years ago, I went to the health food store, and I asked, this is back in Pennsylvania, I asked the guy, what can I get for dieting, appetite suppression? And he gave me a bottle of pills, and it was Fen something or other, and I think you could call it Fen or whatever it was, and I took some of that, and it was great. It's like my appetite was gone, and I had energy. I was cleaning the house, and I was exercising, and I was losing weight, and it was fabulous. But I did notice that I had a little heart pain while I was exercising. And then I heard on the news that this supplement that I was taking, that my health food store guy gave me, was being taken off the market because all these athletes, football players, were dropping dead of heart attacks and getting heart conditions. And I was having heart pains too, so I knew they were telling the truth. So I just stopped immediately. I was like, and I felt very lucky that, my beginning taking these coincided with them being removed from the market, because it was actually for several years later that I still had a little like soreness, sensitivity, tenderness in my heart, which is gone, fortunately. So there was no heart damage, but I was on the road. But boy, I love the effects of that stuff. It was great. And sometimes when I'm like in an overeating phase and I'm feeling locked into this overeating syndrome, I just think, could I just get a pill that would stop this? When I look around at Walmart and see what they have to offer, I bought some different things that didn't really work at all. And I remember I went to the health food store here in Iowa, and I said, do you have anything for, weight suppression, diet, appetite suppression? And this was a younger girl, and she kind of looked at me like, well, really, you should just eat less and, choose more wisely. I was like, thanks a lot. So anyway, there's nothing that doesn't really damage you. But juicing doesn't damage you. And it's sort of like a diet pill. It's just, you have to go through a lot of trouble. It's like instead of just being able to go to a jar and just take a pill, I gotta, there's a whole rigmarole with it, and it's big process. And like I say, if somebody could just hand me a glass of juice like 4 or 5 times a day, this would be easy breezy. But yet to participate in it. So anyway, so what else did I have here? No, oh yeah, I haven't been weighing myself. I didn't weigh myself in the beginning because I really did not want to see what that number was. I think it was in the mid 60s, which is like the top weight for me. And I felt like I would be depressed, or I would feel unmotivated, or I'd feel stuck or whatever. So I didn't weigh myself, and I probably will not weigh myself till this is all over, and then I'll weigh myself, and then I'll see where I'm at, because it'll be more optimistic. It'll be a better number. And for me, really, I can tell from the way my clothes fit. So, this is really more about the way my clothes fit at this point, and the way I feel, and the way, my body feels. So anyway, so that's it. That's my day 4 wrap up of my 30-day juice fast in March of 2022.